Hey y'all, it is snowing up a storm here in the holler. And I didn't expect it to actually snow. Last I knew we were supposed to be getting some ice. So, but it's not, it's snow now and maybe ice later. Like Betty's getting covered. My new Candy car, so I'm calling her Candy. A lot of you guys don't know, but when Hurricane Helene came through, I did post a video about some of the weather, and I was going to do more, but we had a lot of issues. We lost power for quite a while. I threw some cardboard on the front there to try to help, but I don't think it's going to help. But we lost power for several days, water, all kinds of amenities were gone, internet, everything. So didn't get to do the follow-up, but my car was actually taken out by a fallen tree on the highway trying to get home that night, on that Friday night. So it was totally demolished. I may try to throw some pictures in here so you can see that. But luckily the insurance came through and gave me a good settlement on it. Because if you remember, I don't know, you probably don't remember because I probably didn't get to say that either, because I'd actually just paid that car off, the White Acadia, in like June, July of last year. And then that happened, what, September? Something like that. And I didn't even get this till like November, because it took that long to get things finalized. So it was an ordeal, but I'm very happy with it. And it has optional all-wheel drive. So when the snow started earlier, we'd already had some snow yesterday, but when it had started and we were coming back in today, it did just fine. I was really pleased with it. Of course, I didn't expect anything less, because I had good luck with my other one when this kind of weather would happen. But you may ask, why was we even out? Because there was no church today because of the weather. Well, poor Levi. As y'all know, if you watch the channel at all, when I do post, you know that my oldest son, who is now 18, just had a birthday this past week. Well, actually, yeah, it was the second. He does not do well anymore with storms. As he's gotten older, if anything really upsets his routine, it gets to be a major problem. So there's been a lot of talk about this storm and the potential for a 1/4 inch of ice that can definitely likely put the power out. So he did not sleep hardly any last night. He was up and down all night. He was anxious and worried about losing power and what that would mean. And so he was still worried this morning and anxious. He was doing a lot of pacing. He was stimming. If anybody deals with autistic people, children, family members, whatever, you know, when things upset them, they respond differently. So I ended up having to take him out before the snow started, just drive him around town. We went up to the cemetery to get the Christmas flowers off my mother-in-law's grave, because I didn't want them getting torn up in the storm. So I took him riding around Galax a little bit, and that kind of helped him, let him get him some takeout lunch, because he likes that. And so right now he's settled, so hopefully he will be okay. And I'm just trying not to fall, because I went down to check on my dad the other night because he's been sick. We've all been sick. We had the flu around Christmas in the house. I'm the only one who didn't get it. But then in the last several days, my dad has been sick with a respiratory infection, so I had to come down and check on him. And while I was walking, I fell, so I'm trying not to do that again today. But I do want to see about filling up my bird feeder, but I don't even know if I have any seed. Where we had the bear issues, and yes, the bear was back again lately in the last several weeks. But I'm sure at 21-degree temperatures and snow, he's not, I hope, coming back. Let me see here. But yeah, I seen a squirrel, big old squirrel this morning. Nope, no seed. I didn't think I had any more. But that's okay. They will survive, right? God made them that way. But yeah, there's still a lot of wildlife around. And the wildlife in my house. But we had a pretty good Christmas holiday. A good New Year so far. Let's see some things that have happened since probably my last video. Halloween. We almost didn't get to do trick or treat with Garrett because he ended up having 2 seizures that night. And crazy thing, we just made it back that evening from going to his neurologist and reporting about how he hadn't had any for several weeks and was really thrilled about that. And then he ended up having 2 that night. So we had to start an additional seizure medication. And sorry, there we go. So far, that is really doing good. We're just over 9 weeks, which is 9 weeks is the longest we've ever gone since the whole seizure episode started a couple years ago. So we're really hoping this new med works, but that does make 3 that he has that he takes twice a day. Levi is now 18. So I've been getting all kinds of notifications and emails that I no longer have access to his informations or anything like that. So I gotta figure something out on that. I've been trying to see about doing guardianship and getting guardianship with him for the last several months, but it's a very expensive endeavor. It's about $5,000 to go through a lawyer around here. I tried to go through a disability advocate lawyer group, and they've kind of sort of blew me off. So I don't know. I'm trying to find ways around a lot of these things, but now that he's 18, I don't have access to stuff as easily as I did. So that's a challenge. And he will be graduating this year, so that's exciting. Got a lot of big things happening this year. We're just going to see how things go. Hopefully everything goes well. We got some plans we'd like to do this year. One of my goals is to try to do better and more often YouTube videos. But it's tough, you guys. I mean, it is. Trying to maneuver the family, working full time, helping with, my mom and dad when they need help, and going to appointments with them, and our kids' appointments, my own appointments. I need help at work, so I'm kind of heavy loaded all the time. So it's hard to keep things going that I really want to. I enjoyed the videos. I hope you guys enjoyed them, so I do want to do that. But it's just a process trying to balance it all out. So, but it is coming down. I love the snow. I'm not complaining, but it is coming down. I ducked in here under the shed. We wish now that we'd had a side-by-side for days just like this, but our plan was to get one about this time of year. After I paid off the car, we are going to, save up some money as a down payment on one, and then finance it the rest of the way. And we are probably going to go ahead and do that about this, January, February. But with my car being totaled and having to go back in debt for another vehicle, we've pushed that back a bit. But that is beautiful. It's so peaceful and calm when the snow comes. That's one reason I love it. Back up there in the woods. See that over on the line? That's a kite that got stuck up there over a year ago, and we were never able to get it down, but it's slowly deteriorating. But I'm gonna get back inside. The little ones are trying to, well, not the little ones, the little one, Garrett, is trying to get out the door and come in the snow barefoot. And all that youngin' has talked about is going swimming. And so I have a garden tub in my bathroom. So I think what I'm going to do is put some water in there, fill it up some, and let him get in there and just splash around. Maybe that'll make him happy. That young'un loves to go swimming. So maybe that'll satisfy him. Oh, these tracks are filling back in. That's from earlier this morning.
Mommy.